Welcome back to Shivcore. In the previous episode, we learned how to analyze any pattern using rows, columns, and nested loops. Now it's time to put that knowledge to the test. In this practice lab, we will solve 10 carefully selected pattern printing questions, starting with simple patterns and gradually moving towards more challenging ones like hollow rectangle and pyramid. But here's the challenge. Before I write a single line of code, I will ask you to pause the video and try solving each pattern on your own. Don't worry, if you get stuck, that's completely normal. The goal isn't to memorize program, it's to build the logic behind them. So open VS Code, keep your notebook ready, and let's start solving patterns like real programmers. So 5 challenges, 5 patterns, 1 goal. 5 challenges are for the initial half and then 5 more for the later half, which will be all covered in this series only. So think like a programmer, pause each slide, solve the problem, then watch the implementation. As you know, shift core, master the core, build the future. So particular practice lab rules. How to get the most of this session. Observe patterns carefully. Count rows and columns. Find what changes each row. Pause before watching the solution. Try solving it yourself. Compare your solution. Understand the logic. Don't memorize. Golden rule for you. Observe, think, plan, code, test. Every minute spent thinking saves several minutes of debugging. Shift core, master the core, build the future. So, coming to our first question, rectangle pattern. Question is write a C++ program to print the rectangle pattern above. So concept required a nested loop, different row and column counts. Guiding questions are like how many rows, how many columns, are they equal, what stays constant each row. Hint for you is rows and column differ, but each row prints the same number of characters. The learning outcome here will be handle patterns where rows and columns are different. So pause the video, solve this pattern before watching the solution. So coming to our VS Code screen, here we go. Hashtag include IOStream using namespace standard. Int main return 0. So this is the basic thing. I will take int rows. Int rows is equal to 3 and int cols is equal to 6. Let's say the number of rows in the rectangle are 3 and columns are 6. So now let me take a for loop for int row is equal to 1, row less than equal to rows, row plus plus. Similarly for int column is equal to 1, column is less than equal to columns. J printed here, 1 second, yeah, col plus plus. So as you can see, I have taken column is equal to 1 and column is less than equal to cols which is 6 here, and above rows, which is row is less than equal to row, and the rows are 3. So simply we will say Cout star, and the necessary end line statement so that we get the required pattern. So when I run the code, you can see here we go, we got that rectangle pattern in which 3 rows are there and 6 elements in each row. So which is correct? That means we are done with our first code. If you have done this by your side, I want to congratulate you. You are doing very well. Let's move on to next question for more better understanding. So question 2, hollow square. Pattern preview, you can, if you can see here it is, let me mark it nicely so you can see. I hope you can see these red dots, so you are able to view this pattern. So in this pattern, a rectangle formation is made through boundaries, but there is no content inside the boundary. Very good question. So it's a hollow square. So that means there are 6 rows and 6 columns, or 7 rows 7 columns. The number of rows and columns will be same, the main matter. So write a C++ program to print the hollow square shown above. Stars only on the boundary and spaces inside. Concept required are nested loops, boundary conditions, if statement, and row and column position. The guiding questions: which stars form the boundary, which positions remain empty, how do you identify the first and last row, how do you identify the first and last column, int is only print stars on the boundary, print spaces elsewhere else. Learning outcome is understand how conditional statements work inside nested loops. Challenge for you is pause the video and solve this pattern before watching the solution. Now I am coming towards our coding screen. So here in this question, hashtag include IOStream using namespace standard int main return 0 below. I hope till here you all understand. And now for the question I will say int n is equal to 5. Let's say the hollow rectangle is for 5 rows and 5 columns. So let me say for int row equal to 1, row less than equal to n, row plus plus. So inside this row I will take another for loop which consists of column equal to 1, column less than equal to n, column plus plus, and further this. I have to include int here also because we haven't declared column before. So yeah, inside this I will say if row equal to 1, or you understand the row equal to 1 means the first row which includes all stars, or the row equal to n which means the same row which includes all stars, but it's the last line of the pattern. Or either we can say col equal to 1 or col equal to n, which means all of these lines have star inside them at all the places. We will simply say cout star, and I will take else condition also here, not else if. I will say simply else, and inside this else I will simply print space, so nothing seems to be there. So this is the code for this loop. After this we will just write here cout end of line and done. Now when I execute the code, yes, so you can see here we have printed hollow square. A very good question, a very much worthy question, asked in many interviews, and very good to make ability of problem solving, because the thinking to make and possible and do these questions is very good and very much required also. So commenting all of this and coming to our presentation now. So the next question, question number 3, is alphabet rectangle, in which A B C D E F, the rectangle goes on A B C D E F, A B C D E F, A B C D E F, so on. So question is, write a C++ program to print the alphabet rectangle shown above. Each row prints consecutive letters starting from A. Concepts required are characters, ASCII values, nested loops. Guiding questions like which characters start every row, do the letters restarts in every row, which loop controls the letters, can characters be incremented like numbers. Hint is, characters can be generated using ASCII values like A plus 0 is equal to A plus 1 is equal to B, and so on. So learn how to print characters pattern using nested loop. So here ASCII values plays a vital role. So this is a very good question, I would say. Very good question. So coming to the question, let me start solving it. So alphabet rectangle question. Firstly, let me write all of the required IO stream using namespace standard int main return 0. So firstly we will say for int row equal to 1, row less than equal to 4, and row plus plus. Again I will do the same for columns also. Column equal to 1, column less than equal to 4, column plus plus. So inside this is the main thing that is to be done, which is cout. We will say char and take a bracket here, and we will simply take inside a in string and add it with column and reduce 1 from it. This is the practical formula solution for this. This is done and it is formed by thinking, making you think more. You can execute it in a rough page, try it on a page. You will understand it, why it is taken like this. So, strings in A in string plus the value of column minus 1. If the column is 1, so 1 minus 1, first one will be A. If the value of column is 2, so A plus 2 minus 1 is 1. So A plus 1, which becomes B. So that's how it goes on to give out our required solution. End of line. So now when I run the code, you can see ABCD, ABCD. If I take the column value to 8 here, now see what happens. Now ABCDEFGH. So this is how the column rectangle is formed. The alphabet rectangle is formed. So I hope you have understand this. Now let me comment all of it. And coming back to our presentation, the alphabet rectangle is done, and now it's reverse number triangle, which is 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3, 1 2 1. So write a C++ program to print the reverse number triangle shown above. Number starts from 1 in every row, but the count decreases each row. Concept required are nested loops, decreasing columns, number printing. Guiding questions are: how many numbers are printed in the first row? What changes after every row? Do the numbers always start from 1? Which loop determines how many numbers are printed? So, hint is the sequence always starts from 1, but the number of column decreases after every row. So the learning outcome: learn how to combine decreasing columns with number printing. Challenge to you is pause the video and solve this pattern before watching the solution. So I hope you have tried this. If not so, still you have time, you can try it. And now I am going to my VS Code screen, and now we will do this question thoroughly. So hashtag include IOString using namespace standard int main return 0. So after this we will firstly take int n equal to 5. The reason behind taking int n equal to 5 is that we know that the number of rows is fixed, and that will be 5 here only. So I can simply take for int row equal to 1, row less than equal to 5, row plus plus. And now when I take for loop for column, int col is equal to 1, col equal to row. But here is the catch. I will take col less than equal to n minus row. And also plus 1. And after this, column plus plus. Inside it I will say cout column Here after this Cout, end of the given line, below return 0 is already written. So when I run this code, you can see the reverse triangle of the numbers is here. So that's very nice. I hope you have tried this yourself also. It was a good question. Now coming back to our questions. So we have done 4 questions, and here is the 5th question. Write a C++ program to print the reverse alphabets triangle shown above. Let us start from A in every row, but the count decreases each row. So the concept required are characters, ASCII values, nested loops, decreasing columns. Guided questions are like which letter starts every row, how many letters are printed in each row, what changes after every row, and how is the pattern similar to the reverse number triangle. Hint for you is the character always begin from A, while the numbers of printed character decreases in each row. Understand that character patterns follows the same logic as number patterns. So if you can't see, I will show you by typing here also. It's A, B, C, D, E. Here C, another B below. It's a similar one, but also requires logic. So this is the pattern. So I hope you have paused the video and tried it yourself also. If not so, you can still do. And now I am coming to my VS Code screen now. So for this reverse alphabet triangle, firstly let me write hashtag include IOStream using namespace standard. Let me add a space here. Int main. Let me say int n also here, and I will write return 0 also. So firstly I will say int n will be equal to 5. I hope you can understand. And now I will take for int row equal to 1, row less than equal to n, row plus plus. Inside it I will take for int col equal to 1, col less than equal to, and now here the main logic the same as before, n minus row plus 1 and col plus plus. And the thing to write inside this also is cout char a in string, as we have done the same before, and after this we will say plus column minus 1. So I hope you have understood the similar one we have done just before. After this cout end of line, and that's it. We are done with the code. Yeah. So now when I run it, see, it's the reverse alphabet triangle. Very nice one. A little more critical thinking. Don't comes to the lines of code. Come to the thinking, the critical thinking required in the question. Don't think like the code's lines of code is less. So mean the question is not big or not important or easy. It simply means that the question is made in a simpler way, solved in simpler way, but still has a lot weightage because you are studying at this level of this series, and now the level further will continue to increase, but you will be explained everything thoroughly so that you don't lag behind. So coming to our presentation, the next question, question number 6, which is continuous number triangle. This one is easy, I will believe. You can try this yourself only. It's very easy. Print the pattern above using nested loops. Concept requires a nested loop, row dependency, increasing numbers, inner loop control. Guiding questions are: how many numbers are printed in row 4? What changes after every row? And which loop controls the numbers? Hint is: the inner loop prints numbers from 1 up to the current row number. Learning outcome is: learn how the current row determines the number of value printed. So challenge, pause the video and solve this before continuing. So coming to our VS Code. So now let's do this question in our VS Code. The question is continuous number triangle. Very easy question. We will do very fast. Hashtag include IOStream using namespace standard int main int n equal to 5 here. Return will be 0. Till here I hope you understand. Simply now for int row equal to 1, row less than equal to n, row plus plus. Second, for int col equal to 1, col less than equal to row, and next col plus plus. Simply here we will simply see out value of column. Here I will include cout, end of line, and done. So I hope our code is done and correct, and here it is. 1 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 done in the correct way as required in the question, and that's how we do it. I hope you have also done it by yourself. Even if you are not able to try or make and done it yourself, at least open your VS Code beside, and after watching it try to write it, because it increases the memory and installs the code inside your memory so that you will remember whenever you try the next time. I hope you have understood this. Coming to our presentation, the question number 7, very good question. Floyd's triangle. See, this is how the Floyd's triangle is. Print Floyd's triangle using nested loops. Concept required are nested loops, running counter, variable state. Guiding questions are like: does every row restart from 1? How are numbers increasing? For which variable should remember the previous value? Hint: use one variable that keeps increasing throughout the entire program. Learning outcome: understand how to maintain a continuous sequence across multiple rows. Pause the video before watching the solution is 100% preferred here. It's a little advanced one. but it will be fun, it will be very nice, a proud kind of thing. If you do it yourself, you will be very happy. So coming to our VS Code here, hashtag include IOStream using namespace standard int main yes return 0. So firstly, one second, one second, I think it's a little thing. Let me run code once and let it show an error. Let me remove the terminal. So here int n equal to 4, int num, and the num should be 1. Num equal to 1, 4, int row equal to 1, row less than equal to n, row plus plus, below it 4 col equal to 1, col less than equal to row, and column plus plus. Column will be taken with int also. So I hope you have understand till here. We will say cout num, and we will add an extra space after this, and below this I will add value by num plus plus. So that's how fluid triangle will be made, because num value will be increased. Understood? Otherwise it would be different. The num plus plus is important. So now when I run the code, here it is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, and that's how we do it. And this is how fluid triangle is made. If I change the value of n from 4 to 6, now you see it continues to 6 rows and doing the same work as it is. So I hope you have understood it. Coming to our presentation, question number 8, alphabet triangle. AB, ABC, ABCD, ABCDE. Problem statement is print the alphabet triangle using nested loops. Concept required are characters and ASCII values, nested loops. Guiding questions are which alphabet should each row start with, how many characters are printed in each row, does the alphabet continue or restart. Hint is characters can be incremented just like numbers. Learn how characters are represented and manipulated in C++. Very good question. Try solving it before watching the explanation. So coming back to VS Code, the question is for alphabet triangle. So firstly let me comment all of this before. I will write hashtag include IOStream using namespace standard int main return 0. That's the basic thing everywhere used. First, now I will say int n equal to 5. So after this I will say for int row equal to 1, row less than equal to n, row plus plus. Inside this the other loop for int col equal to 1 and col is less than equal to row and column plus plus. And now in the inside loop we will say simply the same the thing we used before also. Cout char value of a in string, and after that add the value of column and reduce by 1. After this simply cout end of line, and that very much it. That's how the code is done. Simply A B A B C A B C D E A B C D E. Very simple question and very nicely done. Coming back to our presentation, next comes a very important question and a little bit difficult, a little bit tricky question also. So hollow rectangle. The problem statement is print the hollow rectangle using nested loops. Concept required a nested loops, boundary conditions, if statement. And guiding questions are which stars belongs to the border, which position should remain empty, can an if statement help here. So hint is only print stars on the boundary rows and boundary columns. So learning outcome, learn how conditional statement work inside nested loops. So pause the video, try this question yourself also. Now coming back to our VS Code screen. So coming to our VS Code screen, firstly let me write hashtag include IOStream using namespace standard int main return 0. So here in the question I will say int rows equal to 4 and int columns equal to 6 I say. So firstly I will take the first loop for int row equal to 1, row is less than equal to rows, which means row is less than equal to 4, and row plus plus. And now for the column value, int column equal to 1, column less than equal to columns, col plus plus. One second, col plus plus. So inside it we will same do if row is equal to 1, or which means row equal to 1 means the first row which have all the stars, or row is equal to rows, or row is equal to, I believe, no, here the main thing is the row, that thing should be done with for square, but here we will use col equal to 1 or column equal to cols. So here I will say inside these values add star, and for the else part we will add only space, and after the for loop ends we will take the value NL also. So I hope you have understood the code. Now when I run the code, here you can see we have the hollow rectangle. Guys, that was a very nice question. If you think yourself and you are able to do this one question, you are doing very good in coding. You will excel further also. And in case you are not, keep watching our videos. I will explain you. Tell me your doubts in the comment section. I will answer to each and every one. So coming to the last question of the session, which is pyramid pattern. 1 star, 3 star, 5 star. Problem statement is print the pyramid pattern using nested loops. Concept required are nested loops, spaces and stars, pattern logic. Guiding questions are why are spaces needed? How do stars increase each row and what happens in every row? Hint is this pattern combines multiple ideas from previous questions. So learning outcome will be apply all nested loop concepts together to build a complete pattern. So spend at least 1 minute trying this before watching the solution. It is a very hard question. In case of thinking, it's very hard. So coming to VS Code, writing all of the code hashtag IOStream using namespace standard int main return 0. So in this pyramid question, firstly we will say int n equal to 5 because we are taking it up to 5 rows. We are taking it very much large in as a pyramid to show it like a pyramid at least. For int row equal to 1, row less than equal to 5, which will be n only, and row plus plus. So I hope you have understood this. But for this we will here not say column, we will say int space, and the space will be equal to 1 initially. After that space is less than 1 second, space is less than equal to n minus space plus 1, n minus simply n minus row and space plus plus. Int space is equal to 1, space less than equal to n minus row and space plus plus. So here we will add cout space here, and after this we will add another for loop. For the first time we are having 3 loop in this series. So here I will take another for loop. For the first time we are having 3 for loops in a question in our series. Further we will include more also. So here we will say int star here. Before was space. Here is star, which will be equal to 1, and star is less than equal to, and here includes a very complex thing. Let me come it after. Firstly say star plus plus here. So inside this bracket, let me tell you this, we will say 2 multiplied by row minus 1. If you can understand this, 2 multiplied by row minus 1, and whenever this happens we will simply cout star here. So that's right. You have done all of the complex thing here. After this, I will write here only cout end of line, and that's where our code ends. So now when I run the code, here you go, let me clear it and show it once again to you. So now when I run the code, here you go, a pyramid structure for a series of 5 rows. And similarly, if I change the number 5 to 8 and now run code, so this time it's 8 rows for the same pyramid. So the main was thinking, and see how a single number changed and the whole pattern improves and becomes more better. So yeah, I will take it back to 5 and comment all of it, because it's good for you to understand, because all of this content will be available in pinned comment section and description also. So some pattern solving tips. Think like a programmer. Observe first, study the complete pattern before writing code. Identify what changes, find what varies per row. Dry run first 2 rows. Trace by hand before coding. Test different inputs. Try n is equal to 5, n is equal to 5, n is equal to 10. The same way I explained you. Practice consistently. Daily practice beats marathon sessions. Count rows and columns. Map the structure row by row. Spot what's constant. Fixed element reveal loop boundaries. Never memorize, understand the logic and note the pattern. Compare your output. Match expected versus actual carefully. The golden rule, you know, observe, analyze, plan, code and test at the last. One thing for you, the strongest programmers aren't the faster coders. They are the best problem solvers. I hope you understand this. So, episode summary, congratulations. Today you solved 10 pattern challenges from basic square to complex pyramids. These are patterns solved by you. Skills you have improved are nested loops, logical thinking, pattern observation, character and number printing, boundary condition, problem solving, analytical skills and much more. And your ability has increased definitely. Every different pattern is simply a combination of simple logical ideas. And at the last, I would say congratulations on completing all 10 patterns printing challenges. If you could solve even a few of them before watching the solutions, you are making excellent progress. And if sub patterns were difficult, that's perfectly okay. Pattern printing is one of the best ways to strengthen your logical thinking. I encourage you to revisit these problems and solve them again without looking at the code. That's where real confidence is built. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe to ShiftCode and share it with someone who's learning C++. In the next episode, we will move beyond loops and patterns and begin with one of the most important concepts in programming, which is arrays in C++. You will learn how to store multiple values efficiently and why arrays are one of the most fundamental data structures in programming. Until then, keep coding, keep practicing and remember, master the core, build the future. Signing off, ShiftCode.